Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula and in today's video I will share with you the luxury items I don't think are worth the money. I don't know if these type of disclaimers are needed or not, but I still want to put it out there that I don't mean to offend anyone. This is just about fun, and if you find this worth the money, then you do that, and you can just ignore my opinion. And of course, I feel like these reflect my personal financial situation as well, and just in general, my taste. So I hope I don't upset anyone by sharing the luxury pieces I don't want to put my money into, because I feel like we all have those, and if I own something that you wouldn't buy, then that's okay as well. But yeah, let's just like forget about all these negativeness and let's go. So the first thing, and this is just how I see things, but I feel like ready to wear is not really worth the money when we're talking about luxury clothing. And I will have to say that I am excluding coats and all type of outerwear, just in general, like stuff that would not be in contact with your skin and that will last for years, maybe decades. It might be sweaters in some cases as well, but I'm kind of categorizing this maybe into coats and other outerwear. So that could be worth it if the budget allows it. But in general, I feel like they are just so expensive. Like, with that same money, I could go to a tailor and ask them to make me a wardrobe, and I'm pretty certain I would get more clothes than buying from a luxury brand. That would fit me, would be like handmade, good quality materials and all. Prove me wrong, please, but this is just how I envision it, how I see it. I think if the wallet allows it, they can be stunning pieces, and especially like festive ones that can be very dramatic and different and special for sure, as mentioned, if the wallet allows it. But I feel like as a regular nobody, they are just so darn expensive that I just don't see myself saving up thousands of euros to buy a skirt from Dior, for instance. They look nice, really pretty, but they are just not worth that price tag for me, not at least in this financial situation. If I win the lottery, happen to inherit a lot of money, I might change my opinion. But as of now, it's just like the price level for clothing is just like, no. Secondly, I would not put my money into luxury bag charms or keychains. And this is just because I don't dress up my bags. I would not buy cheap bag charms either. But I feel like luxury bag charms can be so expensive, especially like the high-end brands bag charms. And of course, if you love them, then that is worth for you. And I don't think any worse of it. It's just not my personal style to put anything hanging off my bags. They look really nice on other people. It's just not my personal style. So I absolutely would not buy luxury bag charms. And kind of same with keychains. I use the Louis Vuitton key pouch for my key. And yes, that is luxury. Someone could call it a keychain, even a bag charm. So maybe I'm already eating my own words. But because it is a flat one, it fits my key, but I would not attach a key charm on it because it wouldn't go inside of the pouch anymore. And the only place I use key charms is in the key of our cottage. And I don't really see a Louis Vuitton key charm hanging off of our cottage key that kind of lives in our cupboard when we're not there. I don't know, but it's just not something I would put my money into. Thirdly, maybe it's related to ready to wear, but I still put this as their own category, and that is luxury swimwear. And especially the ones that should not be in contact with water. I think that is like the funniest thing ever that some luxury brands created, like swimsuits, bathing suits, bikinis and all, and then they say that only dry cleaning or something. So it's for what? Sunbathing and showing up at the beach club, probably. But it's just a no for me, because even if I could live with the fact that you are not allowed to put them in the water, which is odd, still, like, the situation where I wear a bathing suit, it will include sunscreen, most likely sweat as well because it's hot, and then the possibility to get some droplets of water. I mean, I'm most likely close to a pool or then at the beach. So it's just a funny concept to me, and maybe I am not rich enough. Well, I'm not rich at all, so maybe I just don't live that type of lifestyle where I would need a separate sunbathing suit that I would then make certain that it wouldn't be in contact with anything nasty, so that it would be okay to dry clean only. But yeah, that's just like really not worth the money in my opinion. Fourth on the list. Wow, I really wished that I could say luxury shoes, because I feel like years back that definitely was on my list of luxury pieces and items that I don't think is worth the money. But for some reason I took some steps over the edge, and I can't say that anymore, because I really enjoy wearing good quality luxury shoes. I can feel the difference from, like, well, high street shoes for sure, but then also like good quality contemporary brands and then luxury brands, the ones that I own at least, feel super good. So of course I know shoes are very subjective, and there are different brands, different models, different feet. So everything doesn't work for everyone. So I'm just talking from my own perspective. But yeah, I can't say anymore that they wouldn't be worth my money, because I bought them and they're fantastic. But I thought about this and I put some kind of price limit. So luxury shoes that are over 1,000 euros would not be worth it for me, just for the simple reason that shoes wear. I would not want to buy shoes just to have them pretty on the counter. I would want to wear them. And every time I would walk in them, they would, of course, be wearing. And even if I would be the person who polishes my shoes and all, they would still wear, because it's outside, the ground is dirty, I'm standing on them, walking and all that. So they would wear. And it just feels, maybe it's the same thing, I'm not wealthy enough just to watch 1,000 euros just kind of be worn, and at some point then maybe not be wearable anymore. And so I was thinking that maybe the price limit could be 500 euros as well, because there are not that many occasions when I would be willing to put more than 500 euros on a pair of shoes. But I've done that as well, only with Hermes though, so can I exclude it? I don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to stick with 1,000 euros, but 500 euros is really like the golden mark here, and there needs to be something extraordinary for them to be over 500. And that being said, can I say that Hermes sandals are something extraordinary and I've never walked in anything better? I don't know, but maybe it's the combination of aesthetics, comfort, and then the heritage of the brand that kind of then, in my mind, builds the price that I'm okay to pay. Whew, feels really bad saying this out loud, that I am willing to spend more than 500 euros on some shoes, but yeah, I don't really want to lie to myself, so here we are. Shoes that are over 1,000 euros would not be worth it for me. And then the final one. Oh boy, I wanted to include something handbag related, and I was thinking, would it be like a brand or something like that? But it feels odd to say that Gucci is not worth it for me, because it's just a personal preference that the looks are just not, it's not my style. So then I started thinking of like, do I have some kind of price limit of where I'm just like absolutely disgusted by myself if I would use over that amount of money on a bag. And once again, I am speaking from my current financial position, and who knows, if I would suddenly come up with a lot of money, maybe I would eat my words. I'm allowed to change my mind, hopefully. Well, it's like I would be expecting a lot of money coming in if that's not really the case. But I mean, a girl can dream, right? But yeah. So then I started thinking like, what's then the price level where I absolutely feel that no, I could not pay more. And I know that that limit has gone up during the years, and of course the concern is that it might happen again. When I say something now, in a few years, I'm like, yeah, this is normal, this is basic and all. So I was first thinking that bags over 3,000 euros would not be worth it to me. But like, to be honest, I am already quite close to that price point with the stuff that I'm dreaming of items I have purchased, even not like entirely 3,000 euros, but still quite close to it. So like, in a whole honesty, I think that's not accurate if I would say that it's not worth it. So would it then be 4,000 euros, something like that? Well, I put the price limit on 5,000 euros. So I clearly give myself some leeway and room to grow or room to spend um, before I have to eat my own words. But like, if I try to see myself buying a bag that costs more than 5,000 euros, I mean, I have to be more wealthy than I am now, because even if I would be able to save that amount of money, it would be really difficult to put it into a one single bag when I know that I could buy multiple bags with that same amount of money. So that's kind of how I see it, and that probably means that Hermes Birkins and Kellys and whatnots directly from the boutique are out of my price range. Well, I think they would be out of my price range anyway. So it's just like not worth dreaming of those. If I would ever be in a position where I would be at Hermes boutique and they would offer me a Birkin or a Kelly, I mean, obviously I would buy it if I would just have the funds to do it, because that's just smart business. I could either then wear it myself, or if there would be a case that I just wouldn't really care for it, resell it and definitely get my money back. So I'm not saying that I would never go there, but it's just not something I'm reaching for. I feel like it, in my current life, putting 8,000 euros on a handbag is just something that is not gonna happen. So I'm just not dreaming of that type of events to come. And other brands that are over 5,000 euros would then be like Chanel and some Louis Vuitton bags. Louis Vuitton is not really on my radar, and with Chanel, I am more than happy to go to pre-owned. There is like no problem in there. Vintage Chanel, amazing. Chanel new from the boutique, for me the prices are just like, they're too much. And there's not that many models that I would be lusting over either. So I think 5,000 euros is kind of a good place for me right now. And that doesn't mean that suddenly I will start buying 4,000 euro bags, because that's not the case either. But I was just trying to think like, what would be the price limit where it's not worth it for me anymore. And it is somewhere around there, probably even closer to 4,000 euros, but I wanted to play it a bit safe in case I got crazy and started wanting for something that is expensive. Right, those were the pieces that I just don't think are worth it from the luxury world. What are your luxury items or categories or like singular pieces that you feel like just is not worth the money? I would be so curious to know. So let's continue down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.